Morning children, welcome back to a video lecture of English literature. This is your first video lecture after your summer vacations, and I hope that all of you have enjoyed your summer vacation and also have done the work that were given to you by your teachers. Today we are going to start a new chapter from your book. The name of the book is Honeycomb. Okay, and the chapter is second chapter from your book Honeycomb, and the name of the chapter is A Gift of Chappals, which is written by Vasant Surya. Okay, so in this video we are basically going to read the I'm going to explain the chapter to you, and the chapter is divided into two parts. So in this video we are only going to discuss the first part of the chapter, and after discussing and after explaining the first part to you, I am going to take a few questions from the first part of this chapter. So let's start it. So, A Gift of Chappals is by Vasant Surya is exquisite story written about the fantasies of children, expressing their simplicity, their feelings, and their act of charity. So in this chapter we are basically going to see that how the writer, which is Vasant Surya, has beautifully described that how simple, you can say, how expressive, how simple, how feelingful the mind of the children are, how they are freed from the act of jealousy, free from the act of other bad things, and how simple, how beautiful their mind is. We are going to read this about in this chapter, that how they learn new things with the act of their charity, how they learn new experiences, how they incorporate new experiences in their life, how they understand things. These things which we are going to see in this chapter. So now, before we move into the video, I would like to give you a short introduction of the chapter. So this story is all about that how children are simple, how mischief and how simplicity they have in their mind, how their behavior, affect the things here and there. They wish to explore every part of life. Children, the small children's or the small children's, they actually want to explore every aspect, but they act according to their own logic. Okay, the logic that they have might be very simple, might be very nonsensical to the other people, but they act according to their own logic, their own understanding. And how that the children in this chapter, they actually gifted a set of chappals to a beggar, but those chappals were not of them. They were of someone else. So on the basis of their own understanding, their own logic, they didn't hesitate to give someone else a gift of chappals that was not their own. So how this all happens, that we are going to see in this chapter. So first of all, let's start looking at the first part of the chapter. So now let us start the chapter. Mridu is a young girl grown up in Madras, now called Chennai, with Tapi, her grandmother, and Tata, her grandfather. So the story is about Mridu, a little girl, okay, who lives with her grandfather and grandmother, and in Madras, or you can say in Madras. Yes, in Madras, the grandmother is called as Tapi and grandfather is called as Tata. So here, what happens? One day, Tapi takes Mridu to her aunt Rukumani's house to meet her cousin Lali, Ravi, and Meenu. So one day, her grandmother, her Tata, what she does, she takes Rukmani to meet her. She takes Mridu to meet her aunt Rukmani to their house, and also to meet their cousins who were Lali, Ravi, and Meena. Okay, and while they reach there, what happens? A smiling Rukmani threw open the door. Rukmani, who is Rukmani? Rukmani was the aunt of Mridu, and while they Mridu and her grandmother reached the place where the aunt lived, and they ring the bell, so the aunt welcomed them with a smile, with a bright smile on her face. She welcomed them, and while she opened the door, what happens? Rukmani's cousin, who are Ravi and Meena, they rushed out. What is the meaning of rush out? Rush out means they suddenly comes out from the house, and what they said, they said to Mridu that Ravi said to Mridu that we got to show you something. He said to Mridu that we have something to show you, so please come with us. And while he went to Mridu, he was very excited. He was very, has enthusiasm inside him that he want to show Mridu something very secretive. So he rushed to Mridu and told her that come with us. We have something very very secretive to show you, and he wanted to show that to Mridu. So he started pulling her and taking her inside the house. So while he was taking her inside the house, what Mridu said? She said that wait, let me keep off my slippers. She said that wait, let me remove my slippers, and then I am going to enter the house because I am wearing a slipper, so please wait for a minute. And what she did, she set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. So here you can see these are the black slipper the writer is talking about. He said that what happens, Mridu, while entering the house, she opened her slippers and put nicely right beside the black slippers. And how was the black slippers? Those were gray, actually with dust. Okay, so the color of the slippers went gray with the it was not actually gray in color, but what happened, it has dust all over it. So with the dust, it appears as if that the color of the slippers were gray. You could see that clear mark on every toe on the front part of each slipper. So here in this picture also you can see that the mark of the toes are, they are pasted because they were someone who was using it was wearing it for a very long time. So what happened, the mark of that person's foot were actually printed on the slippers or slippers. And what happened, in the front part of each slippers the mark was pasted, and the mark for the two big toes. So here the toes were very big, and the L's was very small, were long and scurvy. What is the meaning of scurvy? Scurvy means something very thin. Okay, so the writer is saying that the slippers who were right beside the slippers of Mridu was very dusty, and with the dust all over it, it appears as if it was grey in color, but it was not actually grey. With the dust, it was appearing that it was grey, and on that particular slippers were the print of a person's foot were all over the slippers, and it was very scurvy. Scurvy means it was very thin. Okay, Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, and Mridu didn't have time because Ravi was actually pulling her inside, that come inside the house, we want to show you something. So so she didn't have the time, or you can say she didn't pay any attention to the slippers which were there right next to her own slippers. What happened next is, so after that, what happened, Ravi again started pulling her, and he dragged Mridu to the backyard of their house. What is backyard? Backyard is basically the back of your house. So back of their house. So Ravi took Mridu to the back of their backyard, and what he did there, he shows Mridu that behind a thick bitter berry bushes, they take Mridu to the backyard, and behind the bushes he put there inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand lay a very small kitten lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. So when Ravi dragged Mridu at the backyard of their house, what Mridu saw that there is a kitten who was actually sitting on a torn up football, and she was drinking milk from the half cut coconut shell. And Ravi, after she saw it, Ravi told her that we found him outside the gate this morning. And Ravi told Mridu that they found this kitten outside of their house this morning, and Meenu said that he was mewing, poor thing. She told her that due to hunger, because the little cat was hungry, she was actually crying for food, and Meenu felt very bad for her. So what they did, they both took the little cat inside their house, and Meenu also told Mrida that it's a secret. She told her that it's a secret that we have cat inside our house, because Amma says Pati will leave for our Paddu Mama's house if she knows we have a cat. She told her that if her grandmother knows that we have a little kitten inside her house, she will leave her house and go back to Paddu Mama's house, and they don't want this to happen. So they said that we are keeping it as a secret, and we have told you this particular secret, so please help us to keep it a secret from our grandmother. And also telling Meenu, after Meenu told all of this thing to Mridu, Ravi started to say that people are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream, "Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here." He said that people refers to the elders. So he says that our elders always tries to teach us lesson. They always tries to teach us lesson, and that lesson is that we should be gentle to others, we should be very humble to others, we should be kind to other animals. But when we are kind to the animals, as you can see that we are kind to this cat, they are basically two-faced people. They then, after they saw that we are kind to this animal, they scream at us, they shout at us, and what they say that we should not bring this dirty creature inside our house. So Ravi was basically doing what? He was complaining that how elders are changing their own teaching, that they tries to teach us by saying all of the opposite when we do that particular thing. So after this, what happened, he also told Meena that do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Patti saw me with a glass in my hand just now. I told her I am very hungry, I want to drink it. So what happened, Ravi also told Mridu that do you even know that how difficult it is for us to even bring a glass of milk to this kitten? Because when earlier I went inside the kitchen to get a glass of milk for the little cat, what happened, my Patti means his grandmother, she saw me, and she was actually so she saw me, and to avoid any suspicion, what he said to her Patti that he is taking this glass of milk because he himself is very hungry, he wants to drink the glass of milk. So he told her Patti that he is hungry and he wants to drink the milk. But the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scene. And he also told her that told Mridu that while I was taking the glass of milk with me, my Patti stopped me, and I told her that I want to drink this milk, I am hungry. But the way she was looking at me, it was to avoid her suspicion that I have to drink most of the milk from the glass. Okay, and while he drank all of half of the milk from the glass, her grandmother then said, then she wanted the tumbler back. Okay, tumbler means glass. Okay, so Ravi told Mridu that while he drank half of the milk, the party said that she basically asked the tumbler back. Means she asked that to give the glass back, but he ought to. He said to her party that party, I will wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble? I told her. He said that to avoid any suspicion, I told her that no, you don't have to take the glass and wash it. I myself will do it. You don't have to worry about it. And after that, I had to run and pour the milk his into this coconut shell and then run back. So he said that after telling grandmother, after telling her party that no, I will do it myself, she went back, and so that she don't come back and see that I am giving this milk to the cat, I had to run very fast and fill the water, fill the milk from the glass to the coconut shell. And after doing that, I had to wash the tumbler and put it back before she got really suspicious, before she started to search that where the tumbler is, where I have gone. I had to go very fast and wash the tumbler and put it back from the place where I have taken it. After telling all of this, he said that now we have to think of some other way to feed Mahendra. Okay, Ravi told Mridu and Meena that now you know that how difficult it is for me to go every time in the kitchen and bring even a glass of milk. So now we have to think of some other way by which we can feed our cat. And the name of the cat was Mahindra. He said Mahindran, that is the name of the cat. Now let's move forward. Mahindran. This little kitty name is Mahindran. I am impressed. It's a real name, not just a cute kitty name. So after hearing the name, Mridu was very impressed by the fact that they have given a real name. The Ravi have given a real name to the kitten. Okay, they have actually named the kitten very normal name, while the other people who have kitten, they give sweet names to their kitten, but Ravi have given a very normal name to the kitten. So Mridu was very impressed by the fact. So after saying all of this, what happened? Actually, his Ravi started to say that actually his full name is Mahindra Varma Pallav Punai, MP Pune for short, if you like. He started to he then told Mridu that the cat's full name is Mahendra Varma Pallai Poonam, and for short you can call it as MP Pune. Okay, and he also told Mridu that he is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion mane. So he also told that this particular cat is a very fine breed of cats, and you can see that her fur looks like a lion. Okay, here you can see that he was saying that you can look at the cat's fur, and it looks like a lion. And you know what the emblem of the ancient Pallav king was, don't you? He said that uh, do you even know that emblem of the ancient Pallav king was? What was the emblem of the ancient Pallav king? Emblem means a symbolic object. Okay, and after hearing all of this, Ravi looked except. Wait a second, students. Ravi looked exceptionally at Mridu, but Mridu couldn't help giggle. What happened? He expected that she will understand. He actually expected that she will understand and believe all of the things what he said. But instead of understanding all of this, what happened? Mridu started giggling. Means she started smiling She was basically laughing at him. Okay. After this, he said, "Think I am joking. Well, just wait. I'll show you something. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram, have you?" So he said to Mridu that, "Oh, now I understand that you don't understand anything because you don't know about history." And he also asked her that, "Have you ever been to Mahabalipuram?" And after telling her this, he said that, "Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his Tata 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 Tata." So basically, after he saw that Mridu was smiling, not able to understand what he was trying to say, she was actually laughing. He said that, "You don't know anything about history. You have never been to Mahabalipuram. As you know that my class went to Mahabalipuram, and as we went to that place, I saw a statue there of his Tata." His means his here refer to the cat, and Tata means grandfather. So he said that, "I have seen the statue of this cat's great 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 grandfather." Okay. And he also told that, "Fact is, Mahindran here is descendant from that very same ancient cat." He also told Bridu that he is descendant means he comes from the same family of that particular cat who was whose statue I have seen there, and a close relative of the statue. Scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion of uh, Pallava dynasty. He told her that scientifically speaking, he is from the family of Pallava dynasty. And Ravi went on walking around the bitterberry bushes, waving a twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. And he told all of these things to Bridu, and he started walking into the grass, moving here and there. And he again started to repeating the same thing, that this cat is descendant of the family. Descendant means she comes from the cat comes from the similar family. Okay. And that this is the she is from Mahabalipuram's family of Egyptian mummies and all. And after saying all of this, Mridu says that he loves the sound of his own voice. She was actually mocking him that he is talking so much and he is repeating the same thing again and again. And at the end of this, he also said that, "Do you even know that they worship they are worshipped means Mahabalipuram's cat are basically worshipped in the ancient Egypt." And after hearing this, Mridu says that, "What does it even have to do with anything?" She asked him that, "What does this have to do with anything?" So while they were discussing all of these things, what happened? What happened? Suddenly, Mridu heard a voice coming from a room, and she asked her cousin, that is Ravi, that from where this voice is coming from. And after hearing that voice again, Ravi told her that it is Lali who is learning to play the violin. She never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train, whizzing on and on, while Lali's all the time drilling, going completely off track. He told her that this is Lali who is playing the violin, who is trying to playing the violin, and while the music master who is teaching her how to play violin, he plays as if he plays the violin very beautifully. But when Lali starts to play the violin, it sounds as if someone is drilling a machine. Okay, that drilling a machine means the sound is very bad. Okay. And after hearing this, what happened? Mridu went to the window and she started to peek out through the window. Okay. So students, this was the first part of the chapter. Okay. This till here the first part of the chapter is completed. Now let's discuss some question answers from the first part of the chapter. So the first question says that, what is the secret that Meenu shared with Mridu in the backyard? So what was the secret? What was the secret? That they have a kitten inside there house. Means they were actually have they both, means Ravi and Meenu share the secret with Mridu that they have found in front of their house a kitten, and they are keeping that kitten in the backyard of their house. They told Mridu this. And the second question says, how does Ravi get milk for the kitten? So how does he get milk from the for the kitten? Ravi bring milk from the kitchen, saying that he was feeling hungry. He even drink most of it to prove Pati means his grandmother, that he was indeed hungry. He then brings the tumbler in the backyard and empties it in the coconut shell. And what happened? He goes inside the house in the kitchen. He took the glass of milk, and while he was coming out, he saw that his Pati is looking at her. So he told her Pati that he is hungry and he wants to drink the milk. And while his Pati gets Pati gets satisfied with his answer, he had to run back to the backyard and put the milk in the half coconut shell and went back inside the kitchen. Next question is, what was the noise that startled Mridu and frightened Mahendra? So what was the voice? The voice was coming from the room where Lalli was playing. Lalli was learning to play the violin. Okay. So students, I hope that all of you understood the first part of the chapter. Okay, in the next video we are going to discuss the second part of the chapter, and I hope all of you understood till this much. Thank you.